So, RoSPA, where were you at?
Just starting chapter 7. Struggled a little bit with reading. Don't do well with reading books. I find it hard to take the information in, so I've had to read a few things a couple of times. That's why I've only gotten up to chapter 7, which is basically halfway through.
Okay.
Otherwise I would have really been finished the book, and I'll be finished by this time next week.
Okay.
So I've learned about the likes of position, speed, gear, then the accelerating. That's pretty much the same as PSL, really.
Okay.
Looking at the tug phrase, taking information, using and giving. Looked a little bit at braking, overlapping the brake. It didn't cover quite a lot. I think that might be further on in the book. I think it just touched on it early on, because it does say it'll come back to it. So I've read a little bit on that, and I've been looking at the weight shifts in the car. That's pretty much where I'm now.
Stability changing. Okay. So the brake and gear, separating and overlapping it. You understand? We went through that, didn't we? So are you?
I could do with doing it again. Are you telling us how to do it? That would probably work better for me.
Okay.
I have been trying it, but I could do with a bit more instruction from it.
Okay. So if you think about the RoSPA system compared to what you did when you did your L test, what you did when you did your Part 2 test, which you passed first time with one driver fault, and what you were doing on your Part 3 training, which you also passed first time. Just a little plug for me on the cameras. If you think about, if I call that the driving standards way, the DVSA, and the RoSPA way, what do you think the main difference is?
Well, it's for emergency response, isn't it?
Okay, so advanced driving and emergency response.
So it's a higher level.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The DVSA.
It's like a higher level of, a higher standard of driving, a higher level of driving. So what sort of things might you do differently there?
Cornering techniques. Use of the gas. Braking differently. Maybe just looking at the way you get the car up to speed. Economical ways, potentially, and of course the high performance side of it. Getting the car up to speed quickly if you need to. Safety is going to be a big factor in it, because again it's a higher level.
What might an advanced driver do differently to a learner driver?
Be better at certain aspects of things, have better knowledge. So you would expect them to be safer on the road. Of course, be a better driver, or at least should be. Take things into consideration more, be able to anticipate things better.
Better anticipation?
Better observations. Better awareness of things that's going on. And really, this should have better car control.
Right. How would you describe better car control? What would be different?
A good acceleration sense. So, not necessarily accelerating so much to the point where you have to then use the brakes to slow the car down. I suppose that would fall into awareness as well, in anticipation of what's going on ahead. So if you come out of a junction and you start to speed up, and then, I don't know, a car starts to brake because of a junction up ahead, maybe you could anticipate that coming up, so not necessarily drive as quickly, which in turn will be better for fuel consumption.
Right, so I would describe that as kind of getting away without stopping. Uninterrupted progress, we call it. Keeping it moving. You use your acceleration sense, your forward planning, your observations, and you just said that's better for fuel economy as well. Anything else?
Instead of using the brakes, be able to use engine braking for car control.
Right, tell me some more about that.
Well, instead of potentially having to use the brakes later on, you could start to change down, you could ease off the gas for a start to slow the car down, and then maybe just go into the gear that you need without having to use the brake at all.
So getting the speed right for the gear, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we wouldn't generally use the gearbox as a brake?
No, getting the speed down in the car first by easing off the gas.
Right.
once the car comes down to the appropriate speed, then go into the correct gear for the speed.
Right. Can you remember the system that RoSPA use?
Position, speed, gear, then accelerate.
And what's the first bit? You mentioned it about the tug.
Taking information.
So it's information, position, speed, gear, accelerate.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So the information phase runs throughout all of it.
Yep.
Yeah. We're constantly taking, using, giving, looking for all the information. Yeah. So, and that's basically what you said. We get the speed right. Then get the speed up or down, perhaps. Then take the gear.
Yep.
Then the accelerate. Okay. Yep. You mentioned a cornering technique. Which RoSPA call limit point, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. What else do they do differently on corners? I'm gonna look and see if you read up on that, but yeah, I'm not.
It might be up to where I am now, potentially.
System, car control, information, observation, anticipation, accelerating, gears, braking, steering, maneuvering low speeds, vehicle stability. Okay, so it's in chapter 9.
Right, so I'm not up there yet.
Okay, that's alright.
But I'd guess maybe it's changing your road position slightly. To get better observation around corners or around a bend. Which a learner might not do or know to do. Of course, then you've got your limit point, which falls into going around corners as well.
Okay, so a positional change, information, position.
Yep.
So if you've got a right-hand bend, where's the best place to position the car?
To the left.
Under what circumstances would you not go over to the left?
Potentially for something like a cyclist there, or something that might cause the car to behave differently. So maybe some debris or something that might cause the car to lose control.
Okay. Perhaps if there's a junction there?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So on a left-hand bend, where would you position the car?
I would probably stay in the centre of the road. I wouldn't go over to the right.
Okay. So, I mean, actually you haven't read in that bit, but on a right-hand bend, generally will be up to the white line.
Right, okay.
If it's safe.
Right.
When would it not be safe to be up the white line?
If there's oncoming traffic. That's why I wouldn't have, that's why it says not go up the white line, in case somebody takes it wide.
Okay, so if there's oncoming traffic, would drivers behind influence your decision for a positional change? As if you had somebody tailgating you?
Potentially. Because I might be able to get better observations from front and ease off.
So if there's somebody really close behind you, tailgating you, perhaps looking for an overtake, then us changing position might just confuse them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if there's no one there, if they're quite a way back, I don't know, maybe 6 car lengths back or something. How many cars have we got along there? From the white car, how far down the road would that be? 6 cars.
Well, let's see if 1, 2, same, mine's 4. So the back of the Focus.
Okay, somewhere like that sort of distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be far enough back that it wouldn't particularly matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on a left-hand bend, we might be up to the white line a bit. Yeah. Do you know what the benefit is of that?
It's better observation.
Right. You get a better view around the corner, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're moving out and you're fine, and then you see oncoming traffic, what would you then have to do?
Mirror checks before moving back in.
Perfect, we'll move back in. Generally what we won't do is out, in, because you've been reading about stability, that affects it, so we'll move out, and if you have to sacrifice it, we'll just go back and kind of hold it, okay? So that's changing position on bends. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Have you read up about signals?
Not so much yet. Well, from RoSPA. I don't think I've covered that yet either.
Okay. So, why do we give signals?
To let other people know what's happening.
Well, they're doing parallel parking in your car.
Oh God.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm just winding you up. Okay, so let the people know what we're doing. So if there's nobody about,
don't need a signal.
Perfect. Yeah. Anytime when we're driving, if you don't need the signal, just don't bother with it.
Yep.
Yeah. I always encourage people to verbalise their examiner. Nobody signaling to here, nobody signaling, just so the examiner knows, yeah, I've considered it, I've decided. I mean, they'll probably figure it out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reinforcing it, isn't it?
Yeah. So the signals will be part of the information. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Don't think so.
Okay. Okay. If you've got a roundabout and you're going to go straight ahead, second exit, the roundabout, and there's nobody about, thinking about the stability, what's the best path to take?
A straight line.
Straight line. So we might straight line a roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cars behind again, the 6 car lengths we just quantified.
Yep.
Yeah. What about, you've got a typical roundabout and we're going straight ahead and there's an exit here and there's somebody there. Straight line it or take the outer curve?
I would still straight line it, but I would put a signal on.
Okay. Okay. The danger, of course, if they think you're turning right, what might they do?
Come out. So what? So if we're just going straight ahead, or Alvin put a left signal on.
Okay. Okay. But even whether you put the signal on or not, if you're over there and they want to go left, they may come out.
Do it. Right.
So generally, if there's somebody there, we
Round
wouldn't.
curve. Right, okay.
Yeah, we'd go around the outside.
Okay.
If you've got somebody close behind you and you think I can't straight line here, but there's a car coming, we can get out. That car then goes in behind us. Then we would be able to straight line it.
Yeah, because the car coming from there stopped them up behind.
Okay, so that's straight line around about.
Okay.
Tied in with that, we might not necessarily signal when we're leaving, depending on what's going on.
Yep.
Anything else?
Can't think of anything.
Can you remember when I did a really short demo drive?
Yep. So the country road.
What did you pick up on? What did I do?
You are looking a lot further ahead of the road.
Okay.
To assess what was going on. And you were able, because you were doing that, you were able to get the car up the speed limit safely. To make progress.
Anything else?
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? You did a commentary drive on
Commentary drive, right, that's what I was after. Commentary drive. Okay. Apart from the little, because it was only a very short demo I gave, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from that, have you ever seen or heard or tried a commentary drive or not?
I've listened to them before online. I haven't tried one myself yet.
Okay.
I believe you may have done one when we were out doing part 3, just as an example of something, because we were talking about it.
Okay.
And he just says this is basically all it is.
Okay.
I think you were just giving me information from it, but other than that, no.
Right. Okay. So starting off a commentary drive, we'd set the scene. By that I mean today I'd say the roads are damp, it's 30 miles an hour, the visibility's okay. That set the scene.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what the road's doing. Up, down, left, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you might bring in road markings.
Okay.
Road signs, and then the other traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And possibly the best way to do that, every so often when you're driving by yourself, just set the scene and say 50 mile an hour limit, good visibility, dry conditions, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Just start doing that, and then build it up to including what the road's doing.
Right.
50 mile an hour limit, dry roads, good conditions, roads going downhill at the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just start doing it a little bit at a time and build up.
Practice and habit.
Yeah, absolutely. If you try and do everything at once, it's kind of information overload.
Yeah.
But that's just add in one thing, and when you come for that, add in something else, and when you come for that, add in something else. Okay. So, based on all that, what would you like to do today?
So try some straight line roundabouts.
Any idea where would be a good place to go and practice that?
Western way probably. As long as the traffic's not too bad. There is a place you took me a long time ago when we were doing part 2, and I'm not sure where it is.
The National Speed Limit Single Carriage with all the roundabouts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly where that is, in Washington.
Yeah.
That's a really good location.
Yeah, that's where we're practicing roundabouts.
Okay. So, looking at straight lining roundabouts, yeah, are you happy with when you can and can't straight line?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can't straight line, it's because there's somebody to the left, so that's when I've got to follow the curve. And I can't straight line if there's somebody 6 car lengths back or more, and the roundabout's clear.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. Okay. What help do you want from me with that then?
I don't think I'll need anything. Can I give it a go, and obviously if I do something wrong you can step in?
That sounds perfect.
Cool.
Okay. So, I've seen you have a play about of things. Are you all comfortable there? Okay. Let me just... I'm going to put my sunglasses on for now. So when you're ready, we're going to go at the end of the road and right.
I would say yes, just because we're at the end of the road and we'll be letting other traffic come and know what we're doing.
Okay. Western way towards the A19.
I should have bought my sunglasses.
So when we emerge from that side road there, the traffic on the main road doesn't really need to know where we're going.
Right.
Perhaps if there was a queue of traffic coming from your right, and you think, well, someone might let me out here,
right, okay,
then we might signal.
Right.
Perhaps if there's a pedestrian, think about crossing the road or something like that.
Yeah. Which way we're going now?
We're going to go right at the end. Now, at the moment, do we need to tell people behind where we're going?
No.
Right.
So we're not doing well. There's going to be a little while before we do it. So potentially, maybe it's when 1 or 2 cars back from the traffic lights.
We would generally say the first 3-4 vehicles should signal.
Okay.
After that, we don't really need it.
Right. So about Loudon?
Have a try. So if you just keep going straight ahead at all the roundabouts, until I say otherwise.
Okay.
That was nice restraint there.
That car's quite far enough back.
I agree with that.
And of course
finding this link, so we're going to go straight over the A19 onto the 1231. I know we didn't cover it in our chat earlier on. You didn't straight line that one because of the car on the left, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes, 1231 Washington. It's saying that on the road. Are you familiar with going this way at this roundabout or not?
We have done it a couple of times, but I wouldn't say
Or which lane are you going to go for on the roundabout?
The one next to it.
So kind of the middle of the three here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I can't get now. Oh no, I'm going to sorry.
Said about information, if you have a look over the bridge there, you might see some cars coming across.
Yep.
Because as you get further up, your view gets completely blocked by the trees again.
Yep.
Again, you've got a series of roundabouts. We're just going to go straight ahead at all of them.
Okay.
At this first one, there's 3 lanes. This one opens up at the 2, and most people use the middle lane to go straight ahead.
Okay.
So how does this look for a straight line?
Yep, I can do that.
So try and pick the path of least resistance. It's going to give us more stability. And that was also a nice decision not to signal there.
Yep.
How does that feel driving my car then?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep, nice and tight. faster. So I potentially emerged on the roundabout a little bit too early. Not going to get a chance to straight line here either.
Roundabout, straight ahead is the third exit. The second and third exit are really close together.
Okay.
Was a really nice decision to let them get in front of you.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to do that?
Didn't know what they were doing. Sorry, is it this one? No, it's not this one.
Isn't that this one?
This one.
Yeah, that's it.
I wasn't too sure on what they were doing, and I had a feeling that they were going to change lane.
It looked like they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. So I just dropped back and let them decide what they want to do.
Okay, tell me about that. How was that?
That was pretty good. Couple of opportunities that we did get to do it, and there was a couple of opportunities that we didn't. And we had both reasons why we couldn't do it. There was traffic coming from the left, and there was also traffic in the left lane, which was good, which was useful. And then, like I said, we had a few opportunities where we could do it.
Okay.
Which was good.
Right. So you're happy with when you can and can't?
Yep.
Straight line?
Yep.
Okay. So in terms of developing that further, what else might you incorporate into these roundabouts?
Don't know.
Okay. So we could either look at stability on the approach to roundabout.
Oh yeah, of course. Yep.
If you think about a roundabout, as you're going onto it, you generally got to do this, this, and this. So we'll get a lot of weight transfer there.
Yep.
So we think about trying to minimise that.
Yep.
To have the braking acceleration with that, or we could think about separating that braking gear.
Try the stability first.
Okay.
Because there was a couple of opportunities there where I thought I could have had the car smooth on. And perhaps got a bit of a better line from it.
Okay. So if we accelerate, where does the weight of the car go?
To the back.
Okay. And if we're braking?
To the front.
Okay. So if I'm going to turn, is that left?
Yep.
Where does the weight go?
To the right.
And then if I'm turning right?
It's to the left.
To the left. Okay. So if I'm doing two of those things, if I'm accelerating going this way,
the weight's going to go to the back of the car and also to the right.
Just on that one tyre?
Yes.
And if I'm braking and turning that way,
it goes to the front left.
Yeah. So ideally, where should we have the weight?
Generally on all four tyres.
Right.
So it's centred.
Right. Now that's not going to happen because we've got to accelerate and brake and and steer and stuff like that. But we can. Oh, that's the worst roundabout I've ever drawn. Dear me. If you think about the roundabout that I've drawn there, if you're going to come up here, when should we be braking?
Earlier on, so it's minimal. So it's not as sharp.
So ideally, getting the braking done before we've got to steer.
Yes.
So you've got all the weight going forward on the straight bit of road, so that when you start steering and get that weight transfer, you're not ending up with just weight on one tyre, and then perhaps gradual acceleration power until you've done your steering again, and then taking it off. Okay.
So really, we want to be doing one action at a time.
Right. Yeah. One thing at a time. Yeah. Get the position, get the speed off, take the gear, go through it, and accelerate away.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is the benefit of straight line in the roundabout, is that it minimises some of this. Yeah. Because you're getting a more direct path. If there's a couple of lanes on the approach to roundabout, you are going to straight line it. Don't worry about sticking to your lane. Just find that path of least resistance that's going to give us the most stable position through.
Right. So I can just go across both lanes if I need to.
If you need to. Yeah. Literally straight line is point to point. Straight across.
Okay.
So this road here, if there was a roundabout in front of us and this broke into two lanes, we would just
in the middle.
Yeah. You see where the drain cover is on the left there?
Yep.
If that's where the roundabout was, and there's a road off there and a road off there, we'd just go straight through it this way if we could. And it wouldn't matter if there's road markings that we're going over, because we're deliberately going point to point.
Right.
And you know there's no one about, you've made sure it was safe and stuff like that. Okay. So in terms of this stability, what help do you want from me?
I'd like to do it on my own.
Okay.
And we'll see where we go from there. And obviously I'll talk to you as I do it. And we'll see what it's like.
Okay. That's always the right answer. But if I don't ask what help you want.
Of course. I'll wait for this traffic.
Now, I'm hoping at this roundabout that it brings it back on and we can just go left.
Give it a go.
Yes, please.
left. You have to brake sharper because the cars have come to a stop. Gap, so just easy on the gas until we get round into a straight line. Steering's off, I can start accelerating now.
I'm not sure if the stability would have been as easy to judge then because we came to a stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. So again, we'll go straight ahead, second exit.
Already done. Concentrate on the steering, holding the gas, getting round, taking the steering off, increasing.
How was that?
Yeah, I think that was pretty good.
What sometimes happens with driving, we'll focus on one thing and forget about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might get a chance to straight line here, which I have. So focus on trying to get as straight as possible. Easing off the gas, straight on the wheel. Back on the gas.
How was that?
I was happy with that.
That was nice going through there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you see as we were leaving the roundabout, there was that little white van coming towards us?
Yes.
Might they have benefited from your breakaway signal?
Yes.
Roundabout, we'll do full circle and come back on ourselves.
Okay.
first.
Okay.
There's the second. Roundabout. Tell me about your gears there.
Terrible.
Why?
Because I went in the gear before I knew which one I needed. Which I shouldn't have done.
So what would your advice to yourself be?
Don't do that again and wait until I know which gear I need.
So don't go to gear till you know which one you want.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that. So what are you going to have to do differently approach you to be able to do that?
Slow down a bit more. So I'm starting to brake now. Give myself more time to see what's going on. Get it there. Yeah. Looks clear, so I'm taking third. I've got third. And I've kept it.
How was that one?
That was a lot better.
So same thing here, straight ahead, second exit.
Yeah. It's amazing the little things that you forget when you're trying to learn something new.
And experiences where you learn to drive, as you know.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead.
So it's looking like I keep third, and I have. Easing off the gas until I'm round, breakaway signal, and then gradually increasing the speed.
How was that one?
I was quite happy with that.
Good.
That was pretty smooth. Not getting many chances to straight line because of the traffic building.
Traffic's getting busy now, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But that's fine. We're still practicing on the stability.
So that last one, you were thinking about the straight line, weren't you?
Yeah.
Until that car, I thought you were until that car came. This is the one where straight ahead is the third exit.
Okay.
Actually, can we take the second exit? Straight ahead, second exit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the third exit, never mind. It's alright.
Buffordon. Was it that one?
Yeah.
It was.
It's alright. It's not a problem. So,
Because I was too busy concentrating on the lorry because it was edging out.
we'll turn right third exit, please.
Okay. Should we see if I can count this time?
I did originally say to you third exit, and then I said actually can we go second exit, but it's not a problem.
Okay.
We're going down there. not a problem. We've done a full circle, that's fine. So, I'm now going to try and work out where we're going.
Should I just flip the car around again and come back?
Well, from here we can take the exit that I wanted to take, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4th exit. It's alright, it's not a problem at all.
I'm kind of worried why I can't seem to count at the moment.
It's alright. I'll come back that when we're parked. I'll let you just focus on your roundabout and focus on your drive. Don't worry about the wrong exits. Yeah. Again, you learn to drive, so do that.
Yeah. I'm baffled how I've even managed to do it. But never mind.
Well, I'm not bothered you went the wrong way. So what? Driving doesn't particularly matter.
Yeah.
And again, we focus on one thing and really concentrate on that, and we forget about something else.
Yeah.
And you'll see it all the time when you learn drivers.
Yeah.
How's that going with the stability then?
Pretty good. Of course, I forgot about the gear. On one of the roundabouts, I was in 4th and I needed 3rd. That was because I was too busy concentrating on seeing if I could get the straight line. And then I went in the gear too early and had to come out of it. Again, because I was concentrating on trying to keep the car stable. But I think, in general, concerns the first attempt, I think it's pretty good. Pretty happy with it.
Good. Any idea what you need to do? What will make these roundabouts better?
Slowing the car down a little bit more maybe would help, because it would give me more time to adjust to what's going on. There was one roundabout, I can't remember which one, but I broke quite late, and because of that I didn't get quite enough time to see if there was traffic to the right, and there was, so I had to start to slow the car down quite sharply. That kind of knocked everything up.
Okay. So we'd say to people, slow in but quick out.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'd completely agree with that. Just knocking a few more mile an hour off the speed, a little bit slower, is going to give you more time to look and plan.
Yeah.
If you think about that weight transfer we're talking about, if you slow down more gradually, more gently, a bit earlier, it's we notice it less in the car, don't we?
Yes.
So that will make it even more stable. Yeah. Coming back to what we said at the start, I called it uninterrupted progress. Trying to keep the vehicle moving.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't remember the words you used, but I kind of summarised as.
Yep.
Okay. How would you apply that strategy to a roundabout?
Start to slow down earlier. Perhaps go into a slower gear once the speed comes down. Keep the car rolling.
Okay.
Instead of having to brake so much that slows the car right down.
Okay. If you go back to what you said earlier on about not going into gear until you know you definitely need it,
yep.
I'd agree with slowing it down earlier, perhaps not taking that gear, really one selective gears, one gear change.
Right, okay.
Yeah, which is what you actually do very well.
Yep.
Think about your part 2 training. I got you to do that really, really well. Yeah. So perhaps just slowing down a bit earlier, getting that information, getting that look, see what's going on. It'll make it more stable.
Yep.
You'll buy yourself more time.
Yep.
And it might just feel a little bit even smoother than what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. If you think about it, if there's cars in front of you, the roundabout, you need all of those cars out your way before you go anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. And so the idea is that we just slow down
to let them go.
and then we keep moving.
Okay.
Do you know what the most common crash that we have is?
It's a rear end shunt.
Where does that generally happen?
On roundabouts probably.
Yeah. So if we're crashing at the back of stuff, that tells us that we're approaching things too quickly.
Yep.
And not leaving enough space.
Yep.
So to reduce the chance of you going at the back of somebody, having that lower speed, we'll do that. But will that lower speed also influence what's going on behind?
Yes.
If we approach it really quickly and brake really heavily,
they're going to do the same.
They've got to do the same. And if we approach it quickly and they think that we're going to keep going, they'll go in the back of us.
Yep.
If we slow down, they've got to slow down.
Yep.
So that's what we'd call like defensive driving.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. What help do you want from me with that?
Nothing. I want to give it a go.
Okay. Good. So when you're ready, we should be able to go to the end of this road and turn right your side and get back to the roundabouts.
Okay.
As you look to your right, you'll see a roundabout.
Yeah.
And we'll go left first exit towards Gateshead.
I'm just going to let these go first. Because the view's a bit restricted on that side.
And left first exit.
So I'm easing off. Seeing what's going on. Oh, could have maybe took that gap there.
I don't know if you noticed while you were waiting to merge what type of vehicle went along and is in front of us.
Didn't say.
Okay. It was a articulated truck,
Right.
but also a learner.
Ah, right.
There you are, the roundabout.
Yep.
So think about getting away without stopping.
Yep. Perhaps could have slowed down a little bit earlier.
I'd agree with that. So what are your expectations from this truck at the next roundabout?
They're going to start slowing down a little bit earlier, and it might take a bit more time to get away, so I need to take my speed off earlier still. So I'm going to start slowing down now.
That roundabout?
That was better. He had moved out, and I think I may have missed the opportunity to go there. I think I could have went before that car merged and made it slow down. They come to a stop basically. What do you think?
Well, I'd agree with that. If it was me, I would have braked a little bit more on the approach.
Okay.
I'm not worried about the gear change.
Okay.
And and then out of bad space in front, we'll follow them out. So at the roundabout, we'll do a full circle and come back on ourselves.
Okay.
Single roundabouts by then. Yeah.
That's alright.
Focus on your stability as we go around here. Not this one. If you keep my side of the car to this white line.
No, move over.
Thought they were going to come full circle. Might have got an opportunity to overtake. Never mind. Again, just straight ahead.
Yep.
Where's the best place to position the car here?
To the left. So I can see that there's a couple of cars going up the roundabout, so I've eased off the gas to bring the speed down.
If you hold that position, you might get a better view. That's it. That's really nice.
So the roundabout is clear, so I'm braking. I'm not going to get a chance to straight line because of the van behind. He's going to emerge, and there's my car. So I'm easing off. And going back on the gas. I think that was better.
What made it better?
Better plan.
So with that IPSCA, that information phase, there was loads of information going on there, loads of the planning, the information stuff, there was loads of that there.
Yeah.
Yeah? You also got a positional change.
That really helps.
You got the speed right, you took the gear, got round it, and you accelerated out of it. That's exactly what we want with the system.
Yeah. Easy enough now, let's see if I can clear that. Jump off. Take third. There's no one there. Keep off the gas. Accelerate now a bit. So there's a great opportunity for a rear end shunt.
They're too close, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is that a Nissan in front of us? If
Yes.
they're too close, does that influence how close you want to be to them?
Yes. I want to keep well back.
And in fact, the next one's probably too close to truck as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go straight ahead. Again, all these cars are in our way.
So I'm braking now. So they've cleared the roundabout. I'm still in third. I'll have to come to a stop. I don't really think there's anything I could have done there. Or would you disagree with that?
I would have still been a little bit slower.
Right.
We're planning. Have you heard the phrase about plan to stop, look to go?
Yep.
Because we use that all the time.
Yep.
Yeah? So, planning to stop, look and go. If you think about that when you were braking, and then when you realise you had to stop, there was a lot more braking coming on.
Right.
Yeah, so we've got some gradual braking, and then not heavy braking, but slightly
sharper.
firmer braking.
Okay.
So that was a nice approach speed.
Yeah.
You just bought yourself loads of time to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
Is your window steaming up on that side?
I'm alright. as I slowed down enough, I had plenty of time to acknowledge the fact that the car was coming round the roundabout and across us, and so I adjusted the braking more so that he would be out of our way before we came to a stop.
So where are you going to position the car here?
To the left.
That's a really nice position there.
You really can't see the benefit as well, like.
So if we look at our lead vehicle there,
Yeah.
HGV,
Yep.
there's two of them, isn't there?
Yep.
We're not going to make a lot of progress here, are we?
No. So I'm just gonna increase the gap and just keep the speed steady like this, and hopefully that should be enough to get us to not come to a stop. That's all.
So at this roundabout, I'd like us to go left, first exit.
Okay.
first exit, straight ahead, first exit. Signposted, Sunderland and Hull. Roundabout, we're going to go left first exit. You should have time to get in front of the truck. Sorry, I'm rubbish with my directions today. It's the second exit.
Okay.
The second exit.
We'll just blame it on you. Why I'm taking all these wrong ones?
I'm using roads that I don't often use that much. When you're changing up through the gears, tell me what you notice, what your body does in the car and the way it transfers you're changing gear.
I don't know.
Okay, it's alright, we'll come back to that.
Do I go tense?
No, I mean what happens to your body, as in not what you're, not what you're doing, but with the weight of the vehicle. And what happens?
Well, when I change gear, my body will go, when I put the clutch in, my body will go forward a little bit. And then when I find the bite and I'm back on the gas, my body will go back a little bit more.
Okay, straight ahead, second exit. So as you go on the gas to pick up the speed, we'll go back in our seats. As you change gear, your foot comes off the gas. And so then we stop going back in our seats. Yeah, and you'll change the gear, and then when you go back on the gas again, we go back in our seats. Yeah. This is really, really subtle. When you're accelerating, for just a split second, when you've got the speed up, if you hold the gas pedal there, we stop going backwards.
Right.
So that when you come off the gas, we don't go as much forwards.
Right. I might need a little bit of help.
Okay. So go on the gas now.
Yep.
You feel it's going back?
Yep.
Right. Hold the gas pedal there.
Yep.
And now change the gear.
So just hold the gas?
You just leave it there.
Yep.
Come off the gas, just change the gear as normal. So by going down on the gas and then holding it steady, we stop going backwards.
Okay.
I'll try and, I haven't explained that very well.
No, I think I've got it, to be honest, but
okay,
I'll try. Straight ahead?
Straight ahead. So when I said hold the gas, a better way of saying it would have been to level off the acceleration.
Okay. So accelerate a little bit.
So you just pick your speed up as normal. You feel it's going back?
Yep.
If you level off the gas and hold it there, we've stopped going back, and now when you take your gear change...
Right, I see.
So that was smoother?
Yeah, a lot smoother.
That, again, that's really subtle, requires a lot of planning.
Yeah.
You can practice that in your own car.
Yeah.
There you go, and that gear change was smoother as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense now.
Do you know how to get back to testing from here or not?
I don't. was going to say something north, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Have you read about observational links?
No.
Okay. You see the green light over there for the cars going here?
Yeah.
How can you use that to help you here with your planning?
Once it changes, I'll get ready.
Right. That's an observational link?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
clue?
Right. We've done a lot of that in part 2, didn't we?
Yeah. Basically, you can just stay on this lane. This will take you up this lane is dedicated lane. It'll take you up to the 1231.
Right.
What's that right? So if I was your learner driver and I was sat there, where would you be encouraging me to look here?
As far around the corner as you possibly can, ahead of the lorry. Scanning all parts of the road. And still looking further down, just following the road to see what clues you're going to get if there's any traffic jams or anything like that, for any reason that these vehicles might need to slow down.
So I should be looking at the green lights up there for the roundabout?
Yep.
Okay, doing that. Right third exit of the roundabout. So why not lose a bit more speed now? Because these lights are on red and we want to get away without stopping over.
Yeah.
You can use what's become the middle lane or the right lane. Most people just use this lane.
Yep. No, because I didn't plan that very well. I've lost too much time. I'm going to have to come to stuff.
It's alright. Do you recognise where you are here now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I learned there is that I should just give you directions rather than I'm probably trying to get you to do too much. I forget that you don't know this area as well, do you?
No, nah. It's funny because I know that this takes one to Western Weir from this roundabout, doesn't it? So I'm pretty good with, once we get round here, but getting to this side I'm not so sure with.
Sorry. And so we want to be open to the left, yeah?
Yeah.
So then either you can keep going straight ahead, but you can go left on a ferry boat lane, along 30-mile-an-hour road, near where we used to do emergency stop.
Yeah.
Or there's a shortcut I sometimes take to avoid the roadworks.
Yeah, I know the shortcut.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just choose where you want to go, and I'll just shut up and let you drive.
Okay. Well, I think it's fair to say we're not going to get to do any straight lining. But I can concentrate on the planning, getting the speed off, and the subtleness of changing gear.
Okay. choose. Okay, thank you. Tell me about that then.
Very good. A few things I need to practice on.
Okay.
A couple of mistakes I made, but I think that was generally down to the practicing of the new subject.
Okay.
Looking forward to going up and practicing subtle gear changes, better planning.
Okay.
Things like that.
What's the date? 14th. So, if I started with what went well,
yep.
What would you tell me?
Understand what needs to be done in order to keep the car, the weight, sustainable and good. Just need a bit of practice at getting it better. Straight lining went well. Understanding of the straight lining. Understanding of subtle gear changes. And braking earlier. Understand the importance of braking earlier in order to get out on the roundabouts. So what did you say? Was it braking earlier to get out quick?
Slow in, fast out.
There you go. Sort of there.
Yeah.
Slow and fast out. They went well. Yep. I think with a little bit of practice from myself in my car, fingers crossed by next week, that should be a big improvement.
Okay.
Pretty happy with that.
Good. Okay. Anything that didn't go so well that you want to work on? That you need to improve?
Listening to directions. No, I'm joking. To be honest, really what I've just said with the braking, just getting a little bit better at planning ahead with regards to that, so that I can get out quicker by taking the speed off. And I think anything else is just practice.
Okay, I'd agree with that. If I was going to make a suggestion, you might want to just lift off the gas a tiny bit earlier and then wait a split second before you go on the brake.
Okay.
Again, I'll make it a bit smoother, and if you come off the gas, the car will just naturally slow down anyway, won't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And I would just sort of lift off and let the speed come down a bit naturally before you start braking.
Okay.
Yeah. Which would be like when I said making those subtle gear changes about going on the gas and then just kind of leveling it off before you do your gear change. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Lift off the gas, we'll stop doing that. Our bodies, the car can't get stable, and then we'll start braking.
Yep.
Okay. So based on that, moving forward, what do you need to do? What do you want to do next time? Have you got an idea or not? It's fine if you want to go in, think about it, and finish reading road crap before you tell me.
I like the idea of limit point, chasing limit point. I'd probably like to do that.
Okay.
And see what I'm like at that.
Okay.
Having said that, actually, no, I take that back. I'd like a bit better practice of positional changes.
Okay.
Around bends, I think that would be more beneficial doing that first before doing limit points. Getting a bit better practice with that. I can go and do that. We'll see now. I can do that. Yeah, I'll practice some of that with what I've learned today as well, and practice some positional changes for better visibility. And then the next lesson we can do a little bit of that, see what you think, and then maybe I'm good enough for positional changes to go and do limit points. Okay,
that sounds like a plan. That's a provisional plan. You're welcome to change it next time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll focus. I've lost my train of thought now, but we'll focus on that. You saw on one of the roundabouts on the approach, I did say to you something, where's the best place to position the car, or where can you position it here?
Yep.
And you got over left, and you said to me you could really see it improve the view.
Yep.
And you got nice and close. I'm forever trying to encourage drivers to just a little bit further, but you got really nice and close to the left-hand edge there.
Yeah.
Which was great. Okay. Happy with all of that?
Yep. Very.
Okay. Cool.